Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button and leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a Six of Wands to start us out. Six of Wands is called victory. Okay, I think that there is a situation going on with you right now that's requiring your leadership, for one thing. I feel as if you are bringing a team across a finish line of some kind. Could be work, could be at home, could be at school. I feel like there are people that rely on you right now, and I feel like this is a very good place for you. I don't feel like this is where you would usually put yourself. You're a natural leader, but you're kind of a reluctant leader as well. But I think people really look to you as somebody that they can rely on to make a good decision, right? Like you've got a good head on your shoulders, a good heart in your chest, you know? And I feel like people do rely on you, and there are people right now that are relying on you. Well, let's see where we need this kind of leadership ability, right? Where is this playing out for you? Let's do a few more cards here. Well, we've got a 10 of Wands. Okay, this is very heavy. I think you're feeling the weight of this responsibility right now. So, Two of Swords, we've got a Princess of Pentacles, a Princess of Cups, and a Three of Wands. See, the Three of Wands is really you making that right decision. This is the card of virtue, right? This is the card of you kind of knowing what to do, and this is what we want to get. This is our intended goal, is that Three of Wands. But we've got the 6 and the 10. I feel as if it's a very heavy situation for you. You feel the weight of the responsibility that you have toward the other people involved. And the Two of Swords is maybe saying that we are perhaps a bit unsure at the moment which way to go with this, right? People are relying on us, but do we know exactly what the right thing to do is right now? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Let's keep going. 6, another 6. See, yeah, fire and earth. And you know, I think there are people whose like well-being is relying on you right now. Like you're responsible either for other employees, co-workers, family members. Another 10. Look at that. Gosh. How uncanny is, how on point can we get, really? We've got a 6 and a 10. We've got a 6 and a 10 over here. But we've got more earth energy, which I think is very significant. The Hermit of the Ace, very nice. Yes, the Ace of Pentacles. So it kind of this is reassuring me with the 3 and the Ace that you are going to discover the right thing. You're gonna find the right path forward here. But I kind of feel as if right now you're not sure what that right path is. You know, we're still a little bit unsure of how we're going to lead everybody forward. But I feel that other people are relying on you, and I feel that this has something to do. Because look at we have this very interesting configuration of earth energy in this kind of equilateral triangle configuration. So it tells me that this has something to do with physical, tangible reality, either finances, money, job, home, something physical well-being, right? Something that has really practical consequences. Okay, and I think you're really trying to be the leader and make the right decision to bring everybody to success. Yeah, we got that card of success here. This is the 6 of Pentacles. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right on top. happy little Bob. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. All right. But it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this discourse you have a hunch about that card, go ahead and put your prediction in the comments down below. All right. Let's look around here. The one major arcana energy that we see, what is it? Well, the Hermit card. It's in the position of the difficulty. It's in the position of kind of the energy that we do not want. This might, I feel like you've done some sort of volunteer work in your life. I don't know if this is one of those situations that you're not exactly getting paid for directly or something like that. There's some sort of volunteer energy around you right now. But back to the Hermit as the only major arcana card. There is the challenge for you to overcome, which is wanting to just walk away, right? Wanting to kind of retreat inward and just hide, go under the desk or something rather than dealing with this. I think that's what we're kind of struggling against, which I think is very natural for you, Scorpio. And, when we get kind of overwhelmed in a situation, we've got these defense mechanisms that kick in and try to get us out of this situation, And so we're battling that. I think you're doing a lot of work to overcome this natural instinct to just get the heck out of there. Okay, to not be responsible for this any longer. But you're here, and we see a lot of fire. We see we see a decent amount of water. The water that we see is kind of extreme, right? We have the Princess of Cups. We've got the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups is in the environment, which is kind of more than the the failure of this to manifest, right? We have the fire and we've got the earth, so we've got a little bit of air, but otherwise we have fire, and we've got earth. So really, it's about the fire and the earth. It's about leading something to manifestation. It's about bringing this idea, this intention, this will, this inspiration to fruition, right? Fire and earth is the spiritual circuitry of manifestation, from idea to implementation, from will to action, from inspiration to manifestation, realization, right? So that's the goal. But for you, I think it's not so much if we don't succeed, if this doesn't materialize, yeah, it's disappointing, but we'll try again. I think what is more meaningful to you is kind of this feeling of like letting everybody down. The feeling that the compassion that you have for other people, where for you, I think it could go either way. It's not really going to upset you very much, but we don't want to burden other people. We don't want to disappoint these other people that are involved. It's kind of like, it almost feels as if they need it more than you do. Does that make sense? Because I feel like, yeah, you would be disappointed, and certainly we want to succeed in this endeavor, but you're more concerned about the other people, and I think that really is showing your compassion in this situation, where you really want this, not so much for yourself, but for others. And that's part of the Six of Wands as well, this idea of we want to get across the finish line, but it's not for our glory, it's for the greater glory. It's for everybody. It's for the whole team. It's for, it's for all of the individuals involved that you care about. And I don't know, maybe this is a family thing, but it feels kind of a work-ish type of thing, or a volunteer thing, or it's like there's some sort of, there's some coworker kind of energy going on, right? Okay, so the Six of Wands, we talked about that, and that really speaks to your character. But the 10 that we have right over top here is, this is heavy. This is starting to kind of feel like a lot of weight. You're starting to really kind of feel it, probably in the shoulder area, maybe some back pain manifesting because of this responsibility, because it feels like there's a lot riding on this. And again, it's not so much what's riding on it for you, which I think there is a lot riding on it for you, but it's more about the other people that really need it too. So this is a heavy thing for you. And I feel like this is kind of the culmination of things, where it's almost like we've got to make a move. I don't know if there's a deadline coming up or if there's a certain time frame that's involved here, but I feel like this is the moment. This is either, you do something or you get off the pot, right? So we have to, I think, it's like you're being asked for your final answer here. And underneath everything, the Two of Swords, yeah, you're pretty good about making decisions on a normal basis. You're not an indecisive person, but you take into account the long-term effects or consequences of your actions. You're very thoughtful. And right now, I think we're having a little bit of a blurry vision, where we can't quite see which path or which decision, maybe two or more, which one has the best outcome. Yeah, the vision is a little bit cloudy, a little bit blurry at the moment. I don't think literally, but it could be that some of you are having some issue with eyes or eyeglasses or something literally with the vision, yeah? But I think it's more symbolic in that we can't quite see the finish line for any of these choices. We can't quite see the full range of consequences, okay? But you're usually somebody that does and that can. So right now I think it's really this kind of, there's the intuition. There's the lunar influence of this card. At the top you see that crescent moon. So this is kind of one of those things where if I can't see all the consequences, all the finish lines of all the different paths before me, I'm just going to close my eyes and randomly pick, And I don't believe in randomness necessarily. So I feel like we're just kind of saying, Spirit, I'm giving you the wheel. Just direct my hand to whichever one I should take. And I feel like that's kind of what we're doing. But you're not so ready to do that, because there is, of course, the Ten of Cups in the environment. We've got to be responsible. Now, we've got the Princess of Pentacles in the background here. I feel like people have entrusted you with something. So it's either you were given a leadership role or you had volunteered to do something, and now it's on you. Now we're all trusting you to do it and to bring us to success, right? And I wonder if with the Princess of Pentacles, if it was even that you kind of raised your hand and said, I can do this. I can get us through this. I know I can lead us to the finish line here. And indeed, I think you can, and you will. And we see that in the cards here, especially with the nature of the earth energies that we have. I think you will, but I feel like this is something that you bit off quite a bit, and now you've got to chew it, okay? The Princess of Cups at the top here has given me that phrase, big eyes, little belly, and that's, my parents used to say that to me, my mom especially. And I feel like that's kind of a little bit of what this card's talking about with you. I think that we have these very big dreams and aspirations, and I think that this is part of it. This is something that it's meaningful to you in more of an internal, almost a spiritual way rather than in the practical way. Yeah, the practical results are good, but this is something that really is going to fulfill you on a personal level, right? And that's, I think, a manifestation of the water in terms of the 10 and the Princess. The connection there is the manifestation, the fulfillment of some sort of dream or wish that you have, yeah? And I feel as if this was a lot different in your imagination. We have this big fantasy of what this would be like, but then we get down to the ground and we get here in the trenches, in the reality of it, and it's a little bit different. Okay. But I feel like this is something that is meaningful to you in that very personal way. Okay. And maybe that has something to do with taking care of these other people, or the joy or satisfaction that you feel in helping these people or whatever it might be. I don't know exactly what it is that you're doing. It feels like there are coworkers or some sort of associates here. Okay, it doesn't quite feel like family, although it almost, to you, it almost does. Okay, so it feels as if you're kind of looking at this as with the same kind of love that you would your family. Okay, so there's a kind of an overlap there of some kind, where it feels like family, or you're treating this like family. You're taking it personally as you would with family, but I feel like it's coworkers or associates of some kind. Okay. The Three of Wands in the future position, definitely what we are looking for. We're looking for the right answer. We're looking for that path forward that makes our will, our heart, and our mind and our body just say, yes, this is it. This is the card of virtue, and virtue, I think, is something that you feel. You feel a unity within you, and that's when you know you've got the right answer. That's when you know you're doing the right thing, when there's no part of you that is saying anything otherwise, right? When all of your powers, all of your forces, all of your faculties are saying yes and pointed at this particular direction. See, the Three of Wands is a trinity, but it really is a unity. Okay, and this is showing the absolute unity of your internal state, right? Your will is one. That's what we're looking for. But I don't know that right now we have found that particular answer that gives us that feeling. And I think that's why the Three of Wands is in the future position. We're still looking for that. Okay, that's our goal. That's what we want. The move into the path of the serpent, of course, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. All right? So, Six of Pentacles. That's general energy. It really is the completed circuit from this act of creation, 6 to the 6, fire to earth. And this is where we're trying to focus our attention, and that's on the success of the whole group. Obviously, we have the Six of Wands. That's the intention, and this is what we are materializing. And so, as much as we see the personal satisfaction, the personal kind of the personal side of this. It's very much something that you're focused on the practical, tangible outcome. This is something that you will, at some point, one way or the other, you will materialize this. You will make this happen. And I feel like this is also kind of that card of not wanting to be the leader, right? Because when I see this card, I see a round table. I see everybody sitting at the table equally. There are no leaders here, right? But with the Six of Wands, we have that idea of the leader, and it kind of feels as if there is teamwork here. So as much as there is this feeling of you being singled out as the leader, and everybody's looking up to you and thinking, "Please help us, save us, take us to the finish line," there's also this idea of no, everybody has a job to do, and everybody needs to rise up and be a leader in their own way, right? I think with this card, it is more motivating other people to kind of take responsibility too, and especially with that Ten of Wands. Because the Ten of Wands is everything on your shoulders, and I think we're considering that dynamic a little bit. Right? That you feel the responsibility of bringing everybody across the finish line, but come on, everybody has to put in some effort. You know, there's no dead weight here, in other words, right? So again, this emphasizes this kind of work, or this some sort of business association kind of thing, where yes, everybody does need to kind of pull their own weight. Right. Everybody is contributing something to this. And I think this is a way really too of kind of alleviating that Ten of Wands, that heaviness where it feels like it's all on your shoulders. So this might be one kind of practical thing that you are focusing on, is giving everybody responsibilities so that everybody does have something to contribute, and it's less of a burden on you. You don't have to do everything yourself, you know. The Ten of Cups in the position of the environment, of course, is partly that feeling as if we're responsible for everything, because it's, you know, the 10 and the 10. And I think the 10s are naturally overwhelming kind of cards, because the 10 of any suit is the extreme of that energy. It's the extreme emotion. It's the extreme, you know, let's say responsibility, the extreme weight of this. So this is something that I think is really taxing you, physically, energetically, vitally, and emotionally too. And I'm not exactly sure the emotional connection here. I don't know why this is so important to you personally, because it feels as if the physical results themselves aren't so important, but the kind of the deeper meaning behind it is what's important to you. Okay, we're trying to avoid the hermit energy. We don't want to abandon this. We don't want to turn inward and retreat from this situation. But maybe, you know, maybe the hermit is a little bit of a blessing in disguise. Maybe there is a little silver lining to this hermit card, in that the answer maybe will be found within you. Maybe this is a kind of a period of turning inward and finding that guiding light, finding that principle of guidance. Okay, kind of meditating on the situation until we figure out the next move, until we have the path forward and we have that solution. Okay. But we certainly don't want to invoke the shadow side of the hermit, which is isolation, which is retreat, which is retirement from the world, you know, which is really just this kind of antisocial disengagement and really an isolating kind of energy. But it doesn't mean that we can't temporarily turn our focus inward and maybe understand why this is so important to us, and also understand the deeper implications of the burden that we've taken on, honestly. But then also search inside for that guiding light, so that we can see the answer moving forward. I feel like the answer is going to come in a flash. I feel like there's something unexpected that kind of that is suddenly like a light bulb. You know, we have that lamp here in the hermit's hand, and I feel like that's kind of what's going on. I feel like we're suddenly realizing, aha, there's the answer. You know, it's the light bulb moment, or it's kind of like, oh, where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? Oh, they're on my face. You know, it's kind of like something is right there, and we just have to really just kind of step back and disengage hermit mode, right, for a moment, and perceive it, and the answer is right there. I feel like there's something unexpected that saves the day here. Yeah? And that's what that Ace of Pentacles is in that future, the future outcome kind of thing. That, yes, we are finding that path forward, and I think it is allowing us to feel this Three of Wands. And remember, it's a unity, right? So this is that singular way forward that has that unity with it. Let's take a look at the mystery card. I'm feeling either another ace, and I kind of feel like we need that ace. Yeah, I feel like an Ace of Wands or an Ace of Cups or something like that I think would be perfect, because we have 6 and 6, 10 and 10. And we need ace and ace, right? If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Oh, it's another 6. A 6 of Cups now. So we have the 6 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. These two together, right? The manifestation of your will leads to the manifestation of this kind of this satisfaction. This feels really good. This is the joy. This is the pleasure. This is the bliss coming from this. This, I think, is the happiness, the pleasure, the joy that you feel as you succeed in this. So that, to me, this is a confirmation that you're going to be very happy with the outcome. Okay? But if you look at this card, it also is kind of showing a gift. It's kind of showing somebody presenting something, presenting that Ace of Cups, or the ace generally, presenting it to somebody else. So I feel like that is a confirmation that the answer, that little missing piece of the puzzle, maybe it's part of the internal emotional piece of the puzzle somewhere. That missing piece is going to come from an unexpected place, that it is being given to you, either by yourself, by spirit, or through another person, or an interaction, or something in the environment, right? Something unexpected is being presented to you that's going to bring this joy and peace and love and happiness and bliss and this satisfaction, okay? This is that confirmation. This is really good. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there is a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Scorpio every Wednesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.